Florence Scovel Shinn reveals that the greatest secret of wealth is not hidden in banks, businesses, or external opportunities, but in the invisible, metaphysical identity a person inhabits long before money ever arrives in physical form. And when you begin acting as the millionaire version of yourself, before the breakthrough, before the miracle, before the bank balance shifts, you collapse timelines, command divine substance, and activate the spiritual laws that have been dormant within you for years. In this powerful wealth activation philosophy, the truth is that money responds not to effort but to identity, not to struggle but to vibration, not to fear but to spiritual authority. And the moment you decide to speak like a millionaire, because as Florence says, your word is your wand, the universe rearranges itself to mirror the self-concept you boldly choose. This journey is not wishful thinking, but metaphysical embodiment, reprogramming the subconscious mind, breaking invisible poverty spells, canceling soul contracts with lack and limitation, dismantling generational scarcity patterns, and stepping into divine wealth consciousness with unapologetic certainty, because according to Shinn's teachings, life is a mirror forever reflecting your inner movie. And if your inner movie is filled with fear, unworthiness, and self-doubt, then the universe has no choice but to project that onto the screen of your reality. But when you re-script your inner narrative with spiritual dramatization, act as if the wealth is already yours, walk as if the universe already obeys your voice, and speak in the tongue of prosperity, power, and divine expectation, then abundance can no longer resist you. It must come running because you have become vibrationally irresistible to it. Florence boldly taught that a person cannot attract what they are not aligned with. So if you desire wealth, you must become the embodiment of wealth. Think like it, speak like it, command like it, move like it, dress like it, pray like it, even in moments when evidence is absent. Because the invisible world responds to identity before it responds to physical reality. This is where the mystical fusion of Shinn's metaphysical law, subconscious programming principles, and dark psychology intertwine, because psychology teaches that identity dictates behavior, behavior dictates vibration, vibration dictates outcome, and outcomes shape destiny. So by shifting identity first, before anything else, you bypass resistance, collapse old timelines, dissolve self-sabotage, and step into your divine inheritance. Every thought you repeat is a command. Every word you speak is a decree. Every emotion you feel is a signal to the universe, and every action you take is a declaration of who you believe you are. This is why Florence insisted that you cancel all negative words, revoke all limiting phrases that imprison your consciousness, and declare divine truth with authority. For when you say, "I am the millionaire," you are not fantasizing, you are initiating universal law, issuing a spiritual order, activating your divine blueprint, and calling forth the version of you that already exists in the quantum field. In this metaphysical space, your higher self, the millionaire version of you, has been waiting with patience, power, and divine certainty, longing for the moment you finally step into the identity that was always yours, because abundance is not something you chase, it is something you become. And when you embody wealth internally, the external world cannot help but obey. Shinn taught that divine substance, the spiritual material from which all wealth emerges, is limitless, responsive, intelligent, and obedient to faith. And when you operate from this knowing, you speak differently, think differently, walk differently, and command differently, because you no longer view money as something outside of you, but as something that flows from you. When you activate the receiving mode through divine authority, you are not begging the universe, you are partnering with it, co-creating with it, ruling with it, and exercising your spiritual dominion, because wealth is not a physical object but a spiritual frequency, and as long as your frequency remains entangled with fear, unworthiness, guilt, and smallness, you repel the abundance trying to reach you. But the moment you cancel those contracts you unknowingly signed through trauma, childhood conditioning, inherited beliefs, or societal programming, you step into a new energetic signature, one that calls wealth with ease, magnetism, and unapologetic expectation. Florence called this the law of non-resistance, teaching that when you remove fear from your field, abundance rushes in naturally, just as water flows into any space that is open and receptive. This is also where the millionaire mirror test comes into play. What you feel when you imagine your wealth reveals your true vibration. If you feel fear, unworthiness, unworthiness, doubt, guilt, or disbelief, then your subconscious is out of alignment with abundance. But if you feel excitement, authenticity, and inevitability, then you are ready to embody the identity that commands wealth without apology, ready to speak words that shape your reality, ready to walk in the frequency of divine prosperity, ready to hold your head high with magnetic confidence even before results show, ready to act in faith rather than fear, ready to claim your role as a co-creator with God and the universe, ready to become the version of you who makes decisions from abundance rather than scarcity, certainty rather than hesitation, expansion rather than limitation, and every time you speak your millionaire affirmations with authority, I am the millionaire, I walk in it, I rule in it. You are not reciting empty words, you are activating your energy, rewriting your subconscious, restoring your divine power, resurrecting forgotten spiritual laws, aligning with your highest timeline, summoning your inheritance, and stepping into the metaphysical truth that has been waiting within you for years. This process is not about pretending or faking confidence, but embodying the energy of the person who already has it all because she exists in the quantum. She's real, she's powerful, she's wealthy, she's peaceful, she's magnetic, she's unstoppable. She is you without the limitations you learned to carry. And as you begin to live from her frequency, you begin to experience a radical shift. Opportunities appear, money flows, intuition strengthens, ideas ignite, alignment increases, and obstacles dissolve because your energy no longer matches struggle, it matches abundance. This is the essence of metaphysical embodiment, becoming before receiving, embodying before attracting, acting before seeing, and commanding before having, because the physical world is always the last to catch up with spiritual truth. This is why Shinn insisted that you act as if with divine audacity, not from delusion, but from spiritual certainty. Dark psychology supports this too, revealing that identity-based thinking overrides habitual resistance, meaning when you believe deeply that you are the millionaire version of yourself, your subconscious removes all internal blocks that once kept you tied to scarcity, and your energy begins to match the frequency that calls wealth, opportunities, clients, money, expansion, success, and miracles. And as you continue speaking your millionaire decrees, walking in millionaire embodiment, thinking millionaire thoughts, and commanding wealth with unapologetic authority, you step deeper into the highest metaphysical truth of Florence Scovel Shinn that you are not waiting for abundance. Abundance has been waiting for you, waiting for your alignment, your decision, your identity shift, your vibrational upgrade, your spiritual authority, waiting for your willingness to become who you always were. And so this entire journey is not just mindset, it is metaphysical, energetic, spiritual, psychological, and divine. It is the merging of the human and the higher self, the physical and the metaphysical, the seen and the unseen, the now and the future, all collapsing into a single moment, the moment you declare with full power, I am the millionaire, I walk in it, I rule in it. And when you comment it, speak it, repeat it, and embody it, your energy shifts instantly. The universe listens, divine substance awakens, wealth responds, and the millionaire version of you steps forward, not in the distant future, not in some ideal tomorrow, but right now, in this moment, as you choose to become the version of yourself who already has it all, who already knows her power, who already walks with certainty, who already commands with strength, who already receives with ease, who already trusts the laws, who already embodies divine prosperity, and who already understands the timeless teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn, that nothing is withheld from the one who knows who they are, speaks with authority, acts with faith, and embodies the vibration of their divine inheritance. So begin now, speak it, claim it, walk in it, rule in it, because the millionaire version of you is not a dream, she is your destiny, and she is waiting for you to step into the spiritual identity that makes wealth not just possible, but inevitable.